It's common knowledge to buy something at the bottom when it's very undervalued and sell it at the top, right? So you buy things at the bottom and you sell it at the top, right? This is how you make money, right? But so if Joe hears about crypto here and he doesn't buy, doesn't take any action, and he sees this leg up, right? He's going to be upset about it, right? So that being said, let's say he gets in, he's like, okay, I see what this can do. Let me buy when it falls back down. Okay. So then he waits for it to come down and he buys in here. Then it starts going up. He's like, oh wow, I timed it really well. I must know what I'm doing. Then it falls even lower. Okay, then he buys some more. Okay, let's go up. Up, falls again. So then he starts losing hope. And then he sells, thinking it's going to come down here because this was a support over here. But it doesn't. This was essentially the bottom here. How do we know when the bottom is in? Step one is successfully being able to time the bottom. But then how do we know the top? Because you can sell here thinking it's the top. You can sell here thinking it's the top, and it's not. So how do we time these? I don't think anyone can actually predict a bottom or top perfectly unless you're just really lucky. But overall, no one's that lucky. So all you can do, such as everything else in the world, is look at the historical data. What has Bitcoin done? Historically speaking, what has it done? So from the 2012 election to the top of BTC was exactly 13 months, just about 392 days, right? And then that was the top for Bitcoin. The 2016 election, we went up for about 400 days, topping out in the middle of December. So as you can see, there's a clear pattern of 392 days, 399 days, and you can see here 371 days. So that being said, Bitcoin usually goes up for 12 to 13 months post-election. Is this going to happen every single cycle, every single time? I do not know. But what I do know is that it has been doing that. So all I can do is base my analysis on historical evidence. Last bull run was different. Because of COVID, we had this big sell-off here, right? And this is a lot of money that could have been used to get us to that $100,000 mark. The last two cycles has had one top. This last 2021 bull run was a double top, right? One thing I feel like it's worth mentioning is that when we topped out in 2013, we never actually came back down to that support, right? It's all the way down here. This COVID drop prevented us from getting to 100,000. So that being said, it also caused the bottom to be even lower than it was supposed to. We weren't supposed to come back down to this. The bottom should have been way higher. Should have been like 30,000, right? That should have been our bottom. But since we weren't able to get to 100, our bottom ended up being lower. The best time to buy Bitcoin this bull run would have been 2022 October. Okay. Now, we're long past that. It's almost 2 years since then. So, essentially, the best time to buy Bitcoin is now. Or, in other words, the best time to buy Bitcoin is yesterday. Because now, with all this knowledge, understanding its continuation up for 12 to 13 months consecutively, we know that we are now entering the parabola of Bitcoin. So let's say you don't take action, right? You don't believe a single word I'm saying, right? Okay, so let's draw a hypothetical chart out, right? Say Bitcoin goes up, right? Bull run finishes. Okay. The bull run After it tops out, it goes down for a year straight. Okay, so the best time to buy would be down here, a year from the top. Once you're entered here, then you're not going to be able to sell for actually worth it profit for another 3 years. Of course, contingent to Bitcoin continuing the 4-year cycle. If you don't take action now, you can either FOMO in halfway up and buy in here and make way less money than you would have if you would have bought down here, or you wait another 2 more years to wait for the bull run to be over and then wait for the bottom to come in for you to buy again, to wait just another 3 years to sell for actual really good profits. So essentially, if you don't invest now, then you won't be able to make money for 5 years in Bitcoin. But if you do invest now, then you'll be able to see really nice money within the next 15 months.